Alright, let's start with something a little unsettling. Imagine you're at the dinner table. Your dog is sitting right there with those big, hopeful eyes, begging for just one bite. Most of us think, hey, what's the harm in sharing? A tiny piece won't hurt, right? Well, believe it or not, that little bite could be deadly. And the wild part? It's not just chocolate like everyone always warns about. There are everyday foods, stuff sitting in your kitchen right now, that can poison your dog faster than you'd think. So, yeah, today we're diving into something every dog owner needs to hear. 25 common foods that can actually kill your dog. Some of these will shock you, some you might already know, and a few will make you rethink what you've been casually sharing. Okay, let's get into it. Avocados. Now here's the thing about avocados. We see them everywhere. On toast, in salads, even smoothies. But for dogs, avocados contain something called persin, which sounds harmless, but it can cause serious stomach upset and even heart damage in dogs. So yeah, that healthy avocado toast for you could be a nightmare for your pup. Garlic. All right, garlic lovers, listen up. Garlic is a big no for dogs. It damages their red blood cells, which means they can't carry oxygen properly. Even a small amount can cause weakness, vomiting, and in bad cases, organ failure. So that little bit of garlic bread you think is harmless? Yeah, not so harmless. Macadamia nuts. This one always surprises people. Macadamia nuts are like poison for dogs. They can cause shaking, vomiting, fever, and even paralysis. Just a handful is enough to send your dog straight to the vet. No kidding, it's that serious. Chocolate. We've all heard this one, right? But let's clear it up. Chocolate contains theobromine and caffeine, both of which dogs cannot process. Dark chocolate is the worst, but honestly, any chocolate is dangerous. It attacks the nervous system, the heart, and can be fatal if enough is eaten. So yeah, no sneaky little chocolate drops for the pup, no matter how much they beg. Xylitol. Now this one's scary because it hides in places you wouldn't expect. Xylitol is a sugar substitute found in sugar-free gum, candies, even peanut butter sometimes. And for dogs, it causes their blood sugar to crash dangerously low. It can also destroy their liver. Fine, but here's the twist. Just one piece of sugar-free gum with xylitol can kill a small dog. That's wild. Yeast. Unbaked yeast dough. Sounds harmless, right? Nope. When a dog eats raw dough, the yeast keeps rising in their stomach. It literally swells up inside them, causing painful bloating, gas, and in severe cases, their stomach can twist. On top of that, yeast produces alcohol as it ferments, which can poison them too. Double trouble. Cooked bones. Okay, this one feels counterintuitive because we picture dogs gnawing on bones, right? But cooked bones splinter. They break into sharp pieces that can puncture your dog's throat, intestines, or stomach. That's not just painful, it can be deadly. Raw bones are safer, but cooked? Huge no. Raisins and grapes. This one is a mystery even to science. We still don't know exactly why grapes and raisins are toxic to dogs, but we know they cause sudden kidney failure. Doesn't matter if it's a seedless grape, or just a couple raisins in a cookie. It's bad news. And the thing is, some dogs react worse than others, so you never know until it's too late. Caffeine. Coffee, tea, energy drinks. Sounds like your morning routine, right? But for dogs, caffeine overstimulates the heart and nervous system. They can start shaking, vomiting, even collapse. And here's the kicker. A few sips of your latte could be dangerous for a small dog. Rhubarb. Rhubarb looks innocent, but the leaves and stalks contain oxalates that mess with a dog's kidneys. It can cause drooling, tremors, and kidney damage. It's sneaky because it grows in a lot of gardens, so a curious pup can get poisoned without you even noticing. Leeks and onions. Alright, back to the kitchen staples. Onions, leeks, chives, all from the same family. And all toxic to dogs. They break down red blood cells just like garlic does. Whether it's raw, cooked, or powdered in your leftover takeout, it can all make your dog very sick. Alcohol. This one seems obvious, but it's worth saying. Dogs cannot handle alcohol, period. Beer, wine, liquor, even food cooked with it. Alcohol depresses their nervous system, lowers their blood sugar, and can put them in a coma. What's funny to humans is deadly to dogs. Salt. Ever thought of giving your dog chips or salty snacks? Not a good idea. Too much salt causes sodium ion poisoning. They get dehydrated, throw up, get tremors, and in extreme cases, they can die. So yeah, Keep the popcorn bowl to yourself. Citrus oil essential oils are trendy, right? Citrus oils from oranges, lemons, limes. Sound natural, but dogs can't handle them. They irritate their stomach and nervous system. Even the peel of an orange can cause issues. So, that orange-scented cleaner. Keep it away from curious noses. Dairy now. This one is controversial. Some dogs can handle a little cheese or milk, but many are lactose intolerant. That means gas, diarrhea, bloating, and pain. And in puppies, it's worse. So while dairy isn't always deadly, it can be miserable for your dog. Cat food sounds funny, right? Cat food isn't toxic, but it is way too rich in fat and protein for dogs. If they eat it often, it can lead to obesity, pancreatitis, or digestive issues. Basically, it's junk food for them. Bacon, I know, everyone loves bacon. But dogs, not so much. The fat and salt content can cause pancreatitis, which is super painful and sometimes fatal. So yeah, maybe don't share your Sunday breakfast. Tobacco, this one might shock you. Nicotine is deadly for dogs. Even a cigarette but on the ground, if eaten, can poison them fast. Symptoms start within minutes: drooling, vomiting, seizures. It's brutal. Nutmeg. Nutmeg has a compound called myristicin, which is toxic to dogs. It causes hallucinations, tremors, and seizures. Imagine your dog panicking and disoriented. That's what nutmeg does. So keep those holiday cookies away. Peaches, the fruit itself isn't terrible, but the pit is deadly. It contains cyanide, plus it's a choking hazard. Same goes for plums. Never let your dog chew the pit. Mustard. Here's a weird one. Mustard seeds are toxic to dogs. Mustard can cause severe stomach upset, vomiting, and diarrhea. Not life-threatening every time, but definitely not safe. Fat trimmings, you know those leftovers we scrape off our plate. The fatty parts, dogs can't handle them. It leads to pancreatitis, obesity, and long-term health issues. Better to toss it than share it. Apple seeds. Apples are fine, but the seeds, they contain cyanide. Now, a couple seeds probably won't kill your dog instantly, but over time, it builds up, so always remove the core before sharing. Cherry pits, same story here. Cherries are okay, but the pits are choking hazards, and they also have cyanide. One swallowed pit might pass, but several can cause real damage. Raw dough, and finally, raw bread dough. Like we said earlier with yeast, it rises inside the stomach. It expands, causes bloating, and releases alcohol. It's a double danger. Now here's the twist. A lot of these foods are everyday items. Things we casually leave on counters, in bags, or even drop on the floor. And your dog. They don't know the difference. One bite of chocolate, one grape rolled under the table, a piece of gum in the trash. That can be all it takes. What makes it even scarier is how fast it happens. Sometimes it's hours before symptoms show up, and by then, the damage is done. That's why, if your dog ever eats one of these foods, you don't wait. You call your vet immediately. So yeah, the bottom line is this. We love our dogs like family, but the things that make us happy, chocolate, garlic, bread, bacon, wine, can destroy them. And that's heartbreaking because dogs trust us with their lives. If you learned something new today, maybe it's time to look around your kitchen, your pantry, even your garden. Ask yourself, what's within reach of those curious paws? Because at the end of the day, keeping these 25 foods away from your dog could literally be the difference between a happy, healthy best friend, or a tragedy you'll never forget. Take care of your pup, they depend on you more than you know.